Close your eyes. Ooh, what the hell? Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. That chord's really hard. And then while I'm away, I'll write. If you guys know any easier chords for D sharp, because so far I just got this Cancer and guys, like, that's actually Cancer. It like hurts. It actually hurts. I'm trying to play the ukulele. There's a lot of covers and I'm like learning, and ukulele is pretty easy. It's just I'm not a good singer. I'm just not a good singer, and I'm not wearing pants right now, which is why I'm covering myself. I guess we could read Anna Karenina. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, you know, I just don't want y'all to see my booty cheeks. Okay. Let me put pants on. Let me. Well, these are shorts, dude. These are. Yeah. Oh. I got these mangoes from the store. They have been a textural nightmare. It's like, it feels like I'm eating hair when I eat them, and it's like, oh. That mango. Oh, yeah, that mango. Okay. I'm slightly less sick today, which is good. So let's read. All right. I believe we're on chapter 7. So, let's get into it. Anna Karenina, chapter 7. Steps were heard at the entrance. My posture is really bad. Let me fix this. Oh, sorry. Let me fix my posture. Okay. I'm gonna read I have to read like this, guys. Steps were heard at the entrance, and the Princess Betsy, knowing that it was Anna, glanced at Vronsky. He was looking at the door with a strange new expression on his face. He gazed joyfully, intently, and yet timidly at the lady who was entering, and slowly rose from his seat. Anna entered the room holding herself, as usual, very erect. When, without changing the direction of her eyes, approached her hostess, walking with that quick, firm yet light step which distinguished her from other society women. She shook hands, smilingly, and with the same smile looked round at Vronsky. He bowed low and moved a chair toward her. Anna responded only by an inclination of the head, though she blushed and frowned, but immediately, nodding rapidly to her acquaintances and pressing their hands extended to her, she turned again to her hostess. I have just been at the Countess Lydia's. I meant to come sooner, but could not get away. Sir John was there. He is very interesting. Oh, that missionary? Yes, he was telling me about Indian life. It was very interesting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The conversation, interrupted by her entrance, again burnt up like the flame of a lamp that has been blown about. Oh, Sir John! Oh, yes, Sir John, I have seen him. He speaks very well. The elder Vlasievia is quite in love with him. And it is true that the younger Vlasieva is going to be married to Telpov. Oh, wait, these are just like random fucking gossiping people, I think. And it is true! Listen, I really like Miyaka. Like, I don't think she ever shows up again, but, like, come on. And it is true! And it is true that the younger Vlasieva is going to be married to Telpov! Yes, they say it's quite settled. I suppose in Paris, this is a love match! Love match? What antediluvian ideas you have. Who talks of love nowadays? I did not say that word. Antediluvian. I think I actually did say it right the first time. Antediluvian? Yo. What does this word mean? What does this mean? Refers to biblical... What? Belonging to the time before the biblical flood. Yo mama's so old. She antediluvian. Oh my god. This mango. I'm touching the mango. It's disintegrating into my hands. Watch me. This is me trying to pick up a piece of mango. This is someone's fetish. Probably. So. Oh! To the people in, like, the mango grabbing fetish community. You're freaking welcome, actually. You're actually freaking welcome. This mango has been nothing but a textural nightmare. See, and it just slides out of my hands. I hope... Yo. Oh my god. I can't fucking eat this mango. But I spent like $7 on it. Who's emailing me at this 1 a.m.? It's literally almost 2. Oh my god. Actual, I don't mess with that at all. I need to eat all this mango, by the way. So, I bet there's probably a subreddit. Disgruntled girls eating slimy mango. r/disgruntled girls eating slimy mango. Which is separate from real girl. Because there's, like, some transphobia in the community. So, like, oh, like, do you have, like, because people were, like, getting upset because so many trans girls were eating disgruntled mangoes. So then, you know, there was, like, drama in the community. And it's, like, I don't even understand why that drama exists. Because, like, first of all, what does being trans have to do with you being a girl eating mangoes? Second of all, it's, like, how can you even tell? Like, listen, I had a friend get banned from that sub because, like, people somehow found out she was trans, even though you're just eating mango. Like, I don't even understand how, like, people could find out that you're trans from just you eating a mango. But she literally got banned from that subreddit, from the disgruntled girls eating mango subreddit. And I just thought that was crazy, you know? Why does it matter? It's just mango, so, yeah. Okay. Loki knew, sorry. What's to be done? That silly old fashion hasn't died out yet, said Vronsky. So much worse for those who follow the fashion. I know of happy marriages, but only such are founded on reason. Yes, but how often the happiness of marriage is founded on reason crumbles to dust, because the very passion that was disregarded makes itself felt later, said Vronsky. But by marriages founded on reason, we mean marriages between those who have both passed through that madness. It's like scarlet fever. One has to get it over. Then someone should invent a way of inoculating love. I just fucking said that word completely wrong. Then someone should invent a way of inoculating love, like vaccination. When I was young, I was in love with a coaster, said Princess Miyagika. I don't know whether it did me any good. Okay. No. Joking apart, I believe that to understand love, one must first make a mistake and then correct it, said the Princess Betsy. Even after marriage, said the ambassador's wife archly. It's never too late to mend, said the attaché, quoting the English proverb. Exactly, chimed in Betsy. One has to make mistakes and correct them. What do you think? She asked, addressing Anna, who with a scarcely discernible, resolute smile was listening to the conversation. I think, replied Anna, toying with the glove she had pulled off. I think if it is true that there are many kinds as there... If it is true that there... This is an important quote, by the way. They, like, say this in the movie and everything. If it is true that there are many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. Yo. Vronsky had gazed at Anna and with a sinking heart waited to hear what she would say. He sighed, as after a danger averted, when she had uttered these words. Suddenly Anna addressed him. I received a letter from Moscow. They write that Kitty Sherbatskia is very ill. Really? Said Vronsky. He don't give a fuck, said Vronsky, frowning. Anna glanced sternly at him. It does not interest you? On the contrary, it interests me very much. What exactly do they write, if I may ask? He inquired. Anna rose up and went up to Betsy. Give me a cup of tea, she said, stopping beside Betsy's chair. While Betsy was pouring out the tea, Vronsky went up to Anna. What do they write? He asked again. I often think men don't understand honor, though they are always talking about it, said Anna, without answering his question. I have long wanted to tell you, she added, and moving a few steps to a side table on which lay some albums, she sat down. I don't quite understand your meaning, he said, handing her the cup. I wanted to tell you, she began, without looking at him, that you have behaved very, very badly. Yeah, you're such a bad boy. Don't I know that I behaved badly? But who was the cause? Why say that to me? She asked, looking severely at him. You know why. He answered boldly and joyously, meeting her look and continuing to gaze at her. It was not he, but she, who became abashed. That only proves you have no heart, she said. But her look said that she knew he had a heart, and that she therefore feared him. What you have just referred to was a mistake, and not love. Anna shuddered and said, Don't you remember that I forbade you to mention that word? Oh, wait, no, that was him. What you have just referred to was a mistake, and not love. Anna shuddered and said, Don't you remember that I forbade you to mention that word? That horrid word! But then she felt that one word forbade showed that she claimed certain rights over him, thereby encouraging him to speak of love. I have long wanted to say that to you, she went on, looking resolutely into his eyes, her face all aglow and suffused with a burning blush. And today I came on purpose, knowing I should meet you here. I have come to tell you that this must stop. I have never till now had to blush before anyone, but you make me feel as if I were guilty of something. He looked at her, and was struck by a new spiritual beauty of her face. What do you want of me? He asked, simply and seriously. I want you to go to Moscow and beg Kitty's pardon, said she. You don't want that, he replied. Yo! He's such a fuckboy. He's actually such a fuckboy. My god. He saw that she was saying what she forced herself to utter, and not what she wished to say. If you love me, as you say you do, she whispered, behave, so that I may be at peace. His face brightened. Don't you know that you're all my life to me? But peace I do not know, and can't give to you. My whole being, my love. Yes, I cannot think about you and myself separately. You and I are one to me, and I do not see before us the possibility of peace, either for me or for you. I see the possibility of despair, misfortune, or of happiness. What happiness? Is it possible? He added, with his lips only, but she heard. Yo, I gotta, copy and paste this and send this to my ex. Release me! She exerted all the powers of her mind to say what she ought, but instead she fixed on him, her eyes filled with love, and did not answer at all. This is it, he thought with rapture, just as I was beginning to despair, and when it seemed as though the end of the world would come. Here it is. She loves me. She acknowledges it. Do this for me. Never say such words to me, and let us be good friends. These were her words, but her eyes said something very different. Friends we shall not be, you know that yourself, but whether we shall be the happiest or the most miserable of human beings rests with you. She wished to say something, but he interrupted her. I ask only one thing. I ask the right to hope and suffer as I do now, But even that isn't possible. I command me to disappear, and I will do it. You shall not see me if my presence is painful to you. I don't want to drive you away. Only don't change anything. Leave everything as it is, he said with a trembling voice. Here is your husband. Indeed, just at that moment, Karenina, oh, messy! That's messy! With his deliberate, ungraceful gait, entered the drawing room. He glanced at his wife and Vronsky, went up to the hostess, and having sat down with a cup of tea, began talking in his deliberate and always clear notes, in his usual ironical way of ridiculing somebody. What if I gave him like an ick voice, like a Redditor voice. Your hotel Rambouillet is in full muster, he said, glancing around the whole company. The graces and the muses. But the Princess Betsy could not bear that some of his sneering, she called it in English, so, like a clever hostess, she at once led him into a serious conversation on universal military service. Karen was immediately absorbed in the conversation and began defending the new law very earnestly against the Princess Betsy, who attacked it. Vronsky and Anna remained sitting at the little table. This is becoming indecent, whispered a lady, indicating by a glance Vronsky, Anna, and Anna's husband. What did I tell you? Replied Anna's friend. Not these two ladies alone, but nearly all those present in the drawing room, even the Princess Myagyaga and Betsy herself, several times glanced across at the pair who had gone away from the general circle, as if their having done so disturbed the others. Only Karenina did not once glance that way, and was not distracted from the interesting conversation in which he was engaged. Noticing the unpleasant impression produced on everyone, the Princess Betsy maneuvered for someone else to take her place and to listen to Karenina, and she herself went up to Anna. I'm always amazed at your husband's clearness and exactitude of expression, she said. The most transcendental ideas become accessible to me when he speaks. Oh, yes, said Anna, radiant with a smile of happiness and not understanding a single word of what Betsy was saying, and going across to the big table, she joined the general conversation. After half an hour's stay, Karenina went up to his wife and suggested that they should go home together, but without looking at him, she answered that she would stay to supper. Karenina bowed to the company and went away. The Karenina's fat old Tartar coachman in his shiny leather coat was finding it hard to control the near gray horse that had grown restive with cold waiting before the portico. The footman stood open holding the carriage door. The hall porter stood with his hand on the outer front door. Anna, with her deft little hand, was disengaging the lace of her sleeve, which had caught on a hook of her fur coat, and with bent head was listening with delight to what Vronsky, who accompanied her, was saying. Granted that you have not said anything, I don't demand anything, he was saying. But you know that it is not friendship I want. Only happiness is possible for me in life. The word you so dislike. Yes, love. Love. She slowly repeated to herself, and suddenly, while releasing the lace, she added aloud, The reason I dislike that word is that it means too much for me. Far more than you can understand. And she looked him in the face. Au revoir. She gave him her hand, and with her quick elastic step she went past the hall porter and vanished into the carriage. Her glance and the touch of her hand burnt him. He kissed the palm of his hand where she had touched it, and went home happy in the knowledge that in this one evening he had made more progress toward his aim than he had during the previous 2 months. Yo, that took me 18 minutes to read. Oh. Okay, guys, the Messy Mango Eater subreddit has got me in a chokehold. So, yeah, subscribe to Messy Mango Eaters.